This week on Best of America by Horseback, Tom is riding in Kentucky at Mammoth Cave National Park and camping at the Mammoth Cave Horse Camp. Tom will talk with camp owner Kevin Davis and show you all the amenities of his facility. Kevin and his wife Janet will then take Tom, our staff, and some new friends riding through Mammoth Cave National Park.
Kevin, before we start, I have to tell you, this is one of the nicest all-around locations and facilities I've ever seen, and I compliment you on that.
Thank you, Tom. I appreciate it.
Tell me about the riding opportunities from here. You want to ride out and do a little trail riding, what's available?
Well, all the trails here are in Mammoth Cave National Park, and we're very fortunate with our location. We border the park on two sides of our property, and when you leave camp, you're right in the park about 50 yards from the trailhead. So, you know, I've been a lot of places where you had a pretty good ride out and back to hit the trails, and we're just very fortunate here in that we have almost direct access to the entire trail system in the national park. There's about 60 miles of really nice horse trails here.
Good place to come and stay for a week.
Absolutely, I think so.
Now, as we ride from here, we're going to be looking at the trails. Tell me about the type of trails. I'm thinking in the middle of Kentucky, maybe it's a little too steep for us to come with our granddaughter. Is it all levels?
You know, it really is, Tom. We're really fortunate. Of course, this part of the state is hilly, not mountainous, but it's hilly. And but all the trails are not hilly, and they all aren't steep. We've got everything from wide, level gravel trails that somebody could just open a gated horse up on for 4 or 5 miles and enjoy that, to a lot of single file trails that are narrow and maybe rocks that you got to step over, some technical stuff, you know, steep up and down. So there's really riding here for every level of rider, and lots of it. There's a good variety of trails.
It's not enough just to ride to a location or just to have the trails. It's the people behind all of that. And the folks here, of course, are horse people. They really want to see you. They're our kind of folks. We're having a great time here at Mammoth. When we come into places, I always try to get into camp by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but sometimes that's not possible. And we always worry about getting into a place late in the evening, and you just don't know if you're going to hang your rig on someplace, and it's too tight to get in and out. The way this place is laid out, the very worst driver in the world with the longest rig has no problem. Who's responsible for that? And if it's you,
the reason we laid it out the way we did is we've done a lot of this. My wife and I and our daughters and our families have done a lot of this horse camping and trail riding ever since our kids were young. It was our family activity, so we've been a lot of these places. And we tried to take ideas that we had seen and things that we liked from various places we'd been and kind of put them into one. But kept in mind that the future is going towards bigger rigs, bigger trucks, bigger trailers, and you have to have the ability to get them in and out. So we tried to plan accordingly for what we think is the future of this activity. We've got a 50 amp, a 30 amp, and 220 amps at every site. And once again, just thinking about the future and the way these rigs are going, and also that gives us the ability when we're really full, when you have folks that come that are you know, friends and we're full, we don't have to turn anybody away. We can maybe double up, because each one of those sites will run 2 trailers without a problem, and we've done that a lot.
One of the things that struck me first when I pulled in was how incredibly clean and neat. That's not an accident. A lot of time and effort to keep the place looking this nice all the time.
Well, I appreciate the compliment, Tom, and I'm very fortunate. I've got some just excellent staff that they take a lot of pride in this place, almost as much as I do. And it's very important to them that they keep the grass mowed and they keep the weed eating done and they keep the barn areas cleaned. And like I said, it is a priority with me, but it's also a priority with them, and they work hard every day.
The stalls, the covered stalls are incredible. They're 10 by 12, and you have how many?
We've got 50 right now, Tom, but we have plans to at least double that number in the very near future.
Now, at the back of this building, you have a pavilion. So this isn't just a place for bring one horse or two horses. An entire riding club could come here and have an event.
Oh, absolutely.
Tell me about the pavilion and the stage.
Yeah, we've got a large covered pavilion back there with seating for up to about 200 people right now, and we've got a stage. We have what we call special event weekends where we cater meals and we have live entertainment back there, and we roll it into a package, and folks seem to really like that. Those weekends typically, you know, will sell out pretty quickly, and folks like it. They get to come here and they get up in the morning and come down here and have a full breakfast and go out riding and come back and have a nice dinner and then have live entertainment, and those are a lot of fun, and we just wanted a place to be able to do that.
Kevin, one of the barometers as to the quality of a place is how clean the bathrooms are. And it's hard sometimes to keep a nice bathhouse when the public is coming and going. Yours is incredibly clean. What time of the year?
We never technically close down. We have the water and electric on year-round at all the sites and in the barn. We cut back the staff a little bit after Thanksgiving. You know, December, January, and February is not prime riding in Kentucky, and so it slows down, but we never close the campground.
If folks are as pleased as I am for everything we've seen here and you'd like to come here but want more information, how is it best to get in touch with you?
Either they can call me on the phone, Tom. I answer the phone all the time. It's 888-682-3958. Or they can access us through the website. The website has all the information about the camp, along with campground maps and trail maps and all the information, rates, pricing, information about our events. And it's at mammothcavehorse.com.
We're going to be right back. As you plan your vacation for next year, whether it's just your family, your riding group, or a bunch of friends, you really have to put Mammoth Cave on the map, your map to travel this year. It's well worth the trip. I'm Tom Seay. Thank you for watching.